Hello everyone, welcome to all of you. Myself, Dr. Anil Kolpe, Assistant Professor, Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Baudan Budruk, Pune. Today, we are going to discuss about the causes of low productivity in Indian agriculture. First, introduction. Productivity levels in Indian agriculture in very low as compared to the productivity levels of other countries. In terms of global rank, the productivity levels of India in major agricultural crops is very disappointing. Then, productivity level of agriculture defines as a amount of crops production in per hectare land. Formula of measuring agricultural productivity. Agricultural productivity is equal to total agriculture crop production divided by total land area in hectares. With the help of this particular formula, we can measure the agricultural productivity. Then, India being one of the largest producers of most of the agricultural crops, both food grains and non-food grains, but ranks are very low in terms of productivity. India is the second largest producer of rice and wheat in the world, but in terms of productivity, the rank are and 38 respectively. Then India is the largest producer of pulses, but it is only 138 in the world. Thus, after the tremendous effect of Green Revolution, productivity yield per hectare has not improved much. Then, causes of low productivity in Indian agriculture. The causes of the low productivity of Indian agriculture can be cited as the following points. First is that pressure of population on agriculture. The percentage of people dependent on agriculture for their livelihood remain stable around 70% from 1901 to 1981. Though this percentage has remained stable, the population of the country has increased considerably. In 1901, India had a population of 23.6 crores, while in 1981 the population of the country was 68.4 crores. According to census 2011, Indian population stood at 121 million. In spite of this increase in the population, the percentage of population dependent on agriculture had remained stable. This is clearly shows that the increasing pressure of population on agriculture. Then, second one, unfavorable rural atmosphere. The atmosphere in the rural area in general is unfavorable for an increase in productivity. The Indian farmers by and large are illiterate, ignorant, then superstitious and conservative and bound by outmoded customs. The social disparities and the stresses and strains arising out of these disparities, the whole atmosphere still further to make things worse political rivalries, how polluted the atmosphere of all villages. This atmosphere serves to keep the productivity of agriculture very low. Then third one, inadequacy of non-farm services. The inadequacy of the non-farm services like provision of finance, technical advice, marketing and so on is another factor which has keep the productivity of India agriculture low. Till recently, the Indian farmers depended mainly on the moneylenders for most of their financial requirements. Even today, the number of regulated markets is limited, and whatever regulated markets are available do not function at the fullest mark of efficiency. All these factors taken together neutrally result in the low productivity of agriculture. Then fourth one, the small size of agricultural holdings. It means the average size of land holdings in India is very small. There are wide disparities in the distribution of land holdings. Out of the total holdings in India, 59% are between 0 to 2.5 acres, and while 20% are between 2.5 and 5 acres each. Such small holdings are uneconomical and improvements, therefore, are beyond the reach of the agriculturist. Essential provisions like leveling of land, retaining the fertility of land by the use of fertilizers and manures, and provision of drainage, etc., become impossible in the case of small holdings. In effect, the productivity of land goes on diminishing. Then, fifth one, system of land tenure. Traditionally, agriculture has inherited number of systems of land tenure legally, though a number of land reforms have been introduced in the post-independence period with the intention of giving the soil to the tiller. The implementation of all these land reforms has not been completed even to this day. So, as an impact on the naturally, he does not pay enough attention towards the cultivation of land. The delay in the implementation of land reforms has also introduced a great deal of uncertainty regarding the ownership and tenure of land. This too has adversely affected the productivity of Indian agriculture. Then, outmoded techniques of productions. A great deal of Indian agriculture even today is subject to the outmoded techniques of use of production. In the last few years, the use of improved seeds and implements has increased to a certain extent. However, the majority of the farmers are still using traditional methods of production. Unless new techniques, high yielding varieties of seeds, and experimentation of the methods of production are adopted on a wide scale, the productivity of agriculture is not likely to increase. Then last, inadequate facilities of irrigation. In spite of the huge investment in medium and large irrigation projects during the last 5 decades, over two-thirds of the agricultural land in India is under dry farming. This land is left entirely to the vagaries of the monsoon. Moreover, geographically as well as in the matter of the spread throughout the year, the rainfall is unevenly distributed. The annual rainfall in India varies from 5 to 7 cm to 1250 cm. It should be obvious that the productivity of land that is staved of the water is bound to be less. Similarly, since the rainy season in India lasts for only 4 months, the dry land can produce only one crop during the year. Thus, in the absence of the adequate supply of water, it is not possible to have the best use of the available land, nor can the productivity of land increase. Then, the factors responsible for the small size of agricultural holdings. The fact that the average size of the holdings in India is very small can be accounted for by the factors enumerated below part. First is that increasing pressure of population. In India, 7 out of every 10% live in rural area. The growth of population would roughly follow the same pattern, that is, the growth in rural areas would be 4 times than the urban areas. However, there has been hardly an development of non-agricultural sectors in the rural areas. Then, as a result, every new entrant in the labor force in the rural area tries to draw his subsistence from the agriculture. Then second one, laws of inheritance. The growing population by itself cannot cause a reduction in the size of holdings. It is the laws of inheritance which lead to the division of holdings. According to the Hindu and Muslim laws of succession, all sons and daughters are entitled to equal in share in the particular property. Consequently, even the large holdings become small over a few generations. Then third one, fall of joint family system. It means decline of the joint family systems. The joint family was a characteristics of Indian society. For centuries, together agriculture, which has been a family occupation with the Indians, was pursued by the joint family as a whole. Thus, the holding remained large and could reap the advantages of large scale production. However, under the impact of industrialization and due to the spread of Western culture, the joint family system has experienced a sharp decline in the last few decades. a separation of natural families obviously cause a subdivision of land holdings. Then rural indebtedness. It means in rural area, widespread indebtedness of the farmer in rural area. The Indian farmers are well known for their indebtedness. In the absence of institutional supply of credit, the farmers were placed at the mercy of village moneylenders and indigenous bankers. The latter exploited the farmers to the full possible extent. As a result, the farmers had to surrender their lands to the moneylenders. Priced by peace, when they were unable to repay the particular debt, this caused what is known as fragmentation of landholdings. Then fifth is that British system of law and judiciary. The system of law and judiciary as introduced by the British rulers in India in such as to allow for appeals to higher and higher level of courts. Besides, the institutions of lawyers came along with British law. Consequently, justice for the Indians became a very costly affair and the delay involved made litigation and lengthy process. The Indian farmers who got involved in quarrels over the sharing of land or over their borrowings from moneylenders were thrown in the unending process of the litigation and were forced to sell or mortgage their land. That's why our agricultural holdings it will be goes to small size. Then another reason responsible factor is that decline of village handicraft and industries. It means the second half of the 19th century and the first 3 or 4 decades of the 20th century experienced a continuous decline of decline of Indian handicraft and village industries. Many factors like the completion from large scale industry, the influx of quality goods from abroad, the loss of patronage and antipathy of British rule and so on were responsible for this decline. These are the important factors are responsible for the small size of agricultural holdings. Then by government taken the measures to increase agricultural productivity. Government has introduced several measures have been adopted from the view of socio-economic angles to raise the productivity of Indian agriculture system. First system is that preservation of fertility of soil. It measure cannot be related to the government, but intention is that each and every agriculture farmers have must the preservation of fertility of soil. then it will be they save the fertile soil. It means every year near about 2% of the soil surface is lost due to erosion. Therefore, soil surveys and soil conservation method must be undertaken like digging of trenches at regular intervals, etc. These are the measures of preservation of fertility of soil. Then second measure is that irrigation. Agriculture in India mainly depends on monsoon. In India, the monsoon rainfall is uneven, irregular, and inadequate. Therefore, efforts must be made to provide required irrigation facilities through minor and major irrigation works, though construct of tube well, tanks, and canals, etc. Then third measures is that fertilizers and manures. The use of proper manures and fertilizers in required proportion tends to step up the tempo of agricultural production and raises its productivity considerably. Then fourth measure is that insecticides and pesticides. Proper use of insecticides and pesticides helps to increase the agricultural productivity. And last one, better variety of seeds for cultivation. Better variety of and quality of seeds helps the farmers to improve the quality and quantity of agricultural produce or production. These are the five major to increase the agricultural productivity. Okay, thanks. Thank you for my watching video.